Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, February 25th. My friend Nadia Navarrete-Tindall is with us today talking about native plants, and we're all waiting for spring, Nadia.
I know, I know.
For
After these snowstorms and now, but it's so there are some plants that even with the snow they keep growing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And we're talking about native plants, of course.
Right. So we had the snow earlier in February. We're just around the corner to March. You wanted to talk about these native plants, and you brought some pictures of native plants out. Now, were these growing in the snow?
Well, they will just be there. They won't grow when it's so cold yet. But very early in the spring, even at the end of winter, when the weather starts changing, the temperatures start getting a little higher, they start growing. And like today, actually, the main purpose of my visit today is to invite people to attend a webinar that we'll be offering on March 24th.
A webinar?
A webinar, so it would be online, and it would be to teach people about how to grow these native perennials. Many of them, I'm just talking about native edibles in this class.
Okay, and we do have a lot of native edibles here in Central Missouri?
Yes, we do, but this class is going to be focused mainly on green perennials. And we have some pictures that I brought. The first one was a cup plant, like CUP, the cup plant. And this is a plant that you can gather in the spring, as well as golden glow that you have here.
Golden glove?
Glow.
Golden glow.
Yes.
And this is a tall plant. When I'm looking at it with the picture that you have here, you can't really tell how tall it is, but you said it can grow up to 6 feet tall?
Yeah, what happened is that in the spring, this is they form like a carpet in areas where they grow in lowlands, and they're very, very common in areas along the NKT trail.
Well, I think I've got a lot of these along Percy Creek on my land.
Yes, you might, but one thing that I would like to warn people that you might think that this is it, but I would encourage you to maybe send me pictures and I can confirm what that is what you have.
Okay, because some of the things that you're saying are edible could look like something else that could be poisonous.
That is right. And then early in the year, everybody starts growing, and almost everybody. For the non-trained eye, plants look alike. Before I started working with native plants, I would see a patch of green. I wouldn't see like 10 different species.
Right.
But with this class that we're gonna give on the March 24th, we're gonna teach people or help people to identify the plants. Again, it's a webinar, it will be online, but we're gonna follow up with an in-person training later in the year.
So if you take this online class, is there a charge for it?
There is no charge.
Okay, and this is part of Lincoln University.
Yes, part of Lincoln University.
When is it going to be?
March 24th.
March 24th at what time?
It's at 4 p.m.
And how do you sign up for it?
You have to check my Facebook page, Native Plants and More, or send an email to my email, Navarrete.
Okay.
Tindall,
but the best thing to do is go to your Facebook page, Native Plants and More, and then you'll have all the information on how you can sign up for this online class. And it is free of charge. You're going to show how to identify the native plants that we have here in Central Missouri.
Yes.
Now, you brought another picture along of a salad with all of these native plants. And the one thing, they're loaded with flowers, and you have red bud blooms in there and violet blooms. So you're saying the red bud blooms are edible?
Yes, and also black locust flowers. and they are both produced early in the spring. And what is really interesting, of course, they make a salad look beautiful with the colors. The addition to green, you have the red buds or violets. There are violets that are also white, so that you can have diversity in a salad, and they can be eaten raw.
Okay, so if you want to make a salad, if you don't have any of the other greens and you got red buds in your yard, you can go ahead and pick the red bud blooms off the tree and mix them in with your greens. You're not going to get sick because they're edible.
The previous greens that we talk about, Kaplan, Golden Glow, and White Leeks, they are better if they're cooked. But in this salad that we're showing here, I have plants like a spiderwort. So and those can be eaten raw. So again, if people come to
Spiderworts?
a spiderwort, it's called, yes.
Okay.
They are edible. The leaves are edible as well as
They
the
look like
flowers.
orchids. They look like little orchids.
Kind of, yes.
And they're tall.
They're not necessarily tall. They're different species. But during the class, we'll be showing people all those plants, and then people can identify.
Okay.
We're going to give recipes also.
Are you going to talk about dandelions?
Dandelions are a native, and many people know about them, so I'm going to skip them.
But you know what? I grew up eating dandelions. We used to pick dandelions from our yard, and we would make salad out of it. Salad with dandelions. We didn't buy lettuce at that time. When dandelions were in the yard, that's what we had for our green mixed
I
salad.
knew that you were going to talk about dandelions. And yeah, they're important. They're edible. Many people do it.
Yeah.
But the point of this class is to teach people about the ones that they don't know about.
What about poke?
Poke, we'll mention it, but it's unfortunately some people don't recommend it because it could be toxic. So you need to know how to prepare all these plants. So
Okay.
before you go to this class, or maybe check with your friend to be sure you eat them. I
Okay.
mean, before you know how to eat them. So
Okay.
don't try them just by yourself if you don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We used to make poke like spinach.
I know, and I have done it. But sometimes it depends on how you prepare it. You might have a bad surprise at the end of the day.
All right. So she's going to have the online class. It'll be March the 24th at
4 p.m.
And you can go to Nadia's Facebook page to sign up. It's free of charge, and you'll learn all about the native plants that we have here in Central Missouri, how to identify them, how to make a salad of them. But
Yes.
keep in mind, you can eat those red bud flowers if you want and put them in your salad, whatever you have.
And black locust and violets.
And the violets, what about the little spring
flowers.
beauties that come out?
Those are edible too.
Okay. All right, so you got the whole backyard you can make a salad out of. We're out of time. Drop me an email, pepperp, missouri.edu. Have yourself a nice afternoon.